I'd like to welcome everybody who is here today. We are here today to listen to somebody that I think is amazing, somebody who has won a number of awards in a variety of places, somebody who is putting this industry out in one of his best forms. And I think somebody who can gain a lot of value from. So if you are here today, I'd like you to fasten your seatbelts and get ready for an exciting time as we get to meet the person that we are meeting today. One of the things I'm trying to do while I'm trying to warm this up is ensure that we are live on Facebook. So some people are listening to this from the Facebook page, Institute of Network Marketers. So if you are connecting from there, we are happy to have you. Interview with AbdurRazaq, AbdurAziz. I'm learning to spell it correctly. So I'm trying to put that out there.
Okay.
Marketers, I need to title it so that it can be live there. So we're going live right away on Facebook, and I think that is about done. And then while we're getting that done, we'll move very swiftly into the discourse for today. Now I'm going to introduce him before he speaks. So I'd like you to listen out and learn so that you get a little perspective about who are we listening to today, where has he been, what has he done. So very quickly today, we'll be listening to AbdurRazaq Abdulaziz. He's a successful entrepreneur and author. He's a top earner and leader in the industry of direct selling and has won many awards and incentives. He trains, coaches, and mentors over thousands of people in more than 40 countries and helps people every day to start their own business. He has made a remarkable impact in the industry and is recognized as a recommended distributor by renowned Business for Home. There's a link. If you can go to Business for Home, you will see a link that links to him directly there, so you can read his interview. He has also been featured on other international platforms, including MLM Nation and the Fearless Networker, along with the selection of the best leaders in direct selling. He lives a great lifestyle in Abuja with his wife and 3 amazing daughters. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the room today and wherever you are, even though I cannot hear your clap, I would like you to do your clap in your room and put a comment in that window welcoming with us today our amazing personality today, AbdurRazaq Aziz. Please let me jam your hands together and put yes in the comment section as we welcome him to listen to him today. And I want to say wow, I want to say a big wow to you for the features in those magazines, for the recognition you have achieved, MLM Nation, Business for Home. It means you're doing it properly, you're doing it well. And I think one of the things that stands out and is exciting for me in the list of the things you have done is you are currently, you have people in over 40 countries. I think that's beautiful and that's amazing. So I'd like you to, the floor is yours. Your profile is intimidating and exciting. Can you tell us, of the things you have accomplished in this industry? How long have you been in this industry? What have you done in this industry? And what are you most excited about? Let's start it that way.
Wow. Thank you so much. Can you hear me, Ajay?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. First of all, I must, say that I'm very honored that you're having me on the show tonight. I'm really, really swept off my feet. It's something that, I didn't expect so quick, especially with what is happening with the Institute. So thank you so much. And of course, I'd like to give a shout out to everybody on the call right now. And I can see that I have some of my friends and partners all the way from Canada as well. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. It's an honor. It's always a pleasure, to speak at forums like this. So I can talk about this, industry. I can talk about my achievements, but it's always been about the people that I strive so much, to impact in terms of this noble industry. What this industry is all about is never about us individually. It's about the people that you can touch. It's about the people that you can impact. So that has been my greatest achievement. The fact that I wake up and I get a call, from somewhere, maybe here in Nigeria or somewhere in the world, that AbdurRazaq, thank you for what you're doing. It has impacted me. That is my greatest achievement, and it's just beginning, because the industry right now is beginning to really grow. I remember when I got started, it was out of curiosity, really curiosity,
Mm.
because I'd heard different tales, and unfortunately bad tales about network marketing. I'd come to Abuja. I live in Abuja, and I'd come in 2000, 1990, the end of 1999 and 2000, to start a branch of my father's company. It's a professional cleaning business, and entrepreneurship is really very tough, especially in a
Mm.
place like Nigeria, especially in a place like Abuja. So it was just tough, getting by. And I remember it was a friend of mine, that invited me to go. If I was a dentist, I went for a root canal. I went for a root canal at National Hospital. And after the root canal, my dentist said, "AbdurRazaq," I said, "Yeah." He said, "Do you like to travel?" I said, "Yes, I like to travel." "All right, can you go see, a presentation about a travel, opportunity?" And I was curious, And what made me even so curious was she said I should go with my checkbook. I was like, "Go with my checkbook?" so, so I went. I drove to the meeting was at Sheraton Hotel in Abuja, and I drove there. I had my checkbook with me, but I left it in the car. I said, "You stay in the car," and I went in, and that was the beginning of my journey. I was not attentive, at the beginning of the meeting. Was very elegant lady at the front of the room. She was speaking so eloquently. And one thing that struck me that really caught my attention was when she mentioned that, you know, you can put in 100%, of your own time, of your own effort at any endeavor, but it's better for you to get 1% of 100 people.
Mm.
That's a quote by John Paul Getty,
Yeah, I should
one
get it.
of the early billionaires, of back in the days, and
Mm.
that was what got me. Leverage, leverage. The fact that I can be somewhere and I can be earning from the time and effort of another person. That was what drew me into network marketing,
Mm.
and I've never looked back since then. I've never looked back. So it's been a journey that's taken me right across the world. I've been to several countries just because of this business, and I've been able to meet diverse people, diverse cultures. I've learned so much just from this, noble profession called network marketing. So my greatest achievement is the impact that I've been able to make, and hopefully I'll still have the opportunity to make, in my lifetime through this wonderful opportunity.
Awesome. Interesting. So yeah, I like that. The value is the people that you are able to impact. Someone is commenting in the comment section that they need more volume from you. So I don't know if you
Oh,
can check,
okay,
yeah, your volume,
right,
whether you need to increase your
okay,
volume or I can hear you
all
clearly.
right,
Yeah. But I think the volume thing plays differently in different places. Now, can you tell us a little bit about your life before network marketing? You said something
all right,
around going to start your father's business. Can you let's
yes.
let's let's get this gist. Yeah,
All right, so I hope you can hear me better now. I just turned up the volume.
loud and clear.
So before network marketing, like I said, I've always been under the tutelage. My mentor has always been one of my best mentors has been my father. He's taught me everything I know about business. Um, and I started working with him for him while I was, in school, as an undergraduate. I remember vividly, he persuaded me not to live on campus, he said, listen, you have responsibility. You have to work in the office, so you have to go from school. You have to come back to the office. So I had all of that learning, that early entrepreneurship, training directly from my father. And one thing is, my father, believe it or not, he never went to university,
Wow.
but he schooled himself. I remember vividly. I mean, he was always, reading. He was a voracious reader. He was always buried in his newspapers, books, and that's how he developed himself as an entrepreneur. So I take after him. With that, I like to learn. I'm always, so life was all about school, all about going to work with him, and I he he gave me that early training that, listen, you're not, because you're the son of the boss doesn't mean that you're the boss. So you have to be, hands on too. So he was paying me, the same amount of income that, other employees in the company were being paid. And that really, it helped me to learn how to manage money, and of course, he brought me, showed me the books, because I think that's very, very important for this,
Mm,
why I've been able to be successful, because I had that initial entrepreneurship training, no
mm,
matter how rudimentary it was, but
mm,
it's something that I've been able to build upon,
mm,
you know. So that was how I started, and I remember back then too. In fact, I remember joining a network marketing company back in the, but I never knew it was network marketing. I just it was something, come be a part of this. Some of those early companies that came into Nigeria back then. So today we're not mentioning any companies, so we're not going to
yeah.
mention names. And I remember, I even traveled all the way to Lagos at that time to attend one of an event of that company. But I never knew, I was very young then, so I didn't really understand what network marketing was all about. I just knew that I was, involved in a business where I was able to sell some products, I was able to make some money, and I was able to bring some other people in, and that continued until I graduated, from university. So after my graduation, I served in Shell in Lagos,
Mm,
and after serving in Shell for the National Youth Service Corps, 1 year, I was privileged to be given a contract, job. And so I had a contract job with Shell for 3 months. It was always for 3 months. So first 3 months, and then another 3 months. And after the second 3 months was over, life in Lagos. That was my first time of ever leaving my base, because I grew up in Jos in Plateau
mm,
State.
mm.
So that was the first time, and you can imagine, a young man, um, freedom was amazing. It was amazing to be free, and I remember then, the naira was really powerful. Then it was, I mean, the naira was strong then. So I think NYC was paid. I can't remember. Maybe about I don't know, 11,000, 15,000 naira or something. But it was a lot of money. It was a lot
Mm.
of money. And then Shell topped it up with some more money. So I had a lot of money in my pocket. And my dad was calling me then that, listen, you're through with NYC. Come back home. Come back home. And I was dodging those calls. I never wanted to go back. Lagos was rocking, and then just one day, one of his very close friends, he's late now, Alhaji Uduni, that's his name. He's late. He called me and said, "Listen, AbdurRazaq, what's happening? You need to come back home. This is your business. Come and face your business." And because I had a lot of respect for him, he's one of my father's very good friends. I just conceded, and tell you what, I didn't tell my boss in the office, that I wasn't returning for work the following day. I just left Lagos and I headed straight for Jos. I left all my stuff. I said, look, I'm going to come back and take this stuff. And that's how I went back home and I started working with my father. And then it was I realized I only had a bachelor's degree, and I thought, okay, you know what? I'm still very young, very very strong. So let me get some more education. So I went back to school for
Master's degree.
my my higher degree. That's master's in business administration,
Okay.
MBA. Yeah, so I did that, and then I started looking. Okay, Jos was just a small place. How about let's take our business, out of Jos. So I started telling my father, this is what I want to do. I want us to take this business. Jos is so small because I'd had a very, very, the exposure in
Exposure.
Lagos
Yeah.
was, yeah, that exposure. When I went back, the operations in Jos was like, no, we can make this even
Mm.
better. We can make this even bigger. So he he was very reluctant because he felt, oh, this is you're too young to go to Abuja by yourself. Give you some more time. But I was adamant, and so that was one of the reasons why I went back to do my MBA. So at the tail end of my MBA, he realized that, listen, he realized that this young man is not going to take no for an answer, and he might just bail out on me after his MBA. He might just go get a job somewhere. So we had a talk one evening. Said, listen, okay, um, you're ready to go to Abuja? I said, yes. I said, look, I don't have much to give you. I have there's a boss in the house. I don't have much. I just have some few equipment. You can. And I said, that's enough for me. And that's how I left. I left,
Mm.
went to Abuja. I had less than 10,000 naira in my pocket. Less than 10,000 naira in my pocket. I had a rickety bus. I had a few equipment to
People,
start
people say
my
you should go
business,
more
from
voice.
scratch. All
People
right.
want more
So
voice.
I had. I hope this is. I'm trying. I'm
I
trying.
know, I know.
Okay.
We are following the
So
gist.
I got to Abuja, and I had less than 10,000 naira in my pocket. I had a rickety bus. I had no. Fortunately for me, my father's friend who had called me, he offered a small space, in his office. He had an office at Wuse 2. If you know Abuja, or if you live in Abuja, you know Wuse, actually Zone
Yeah.
3, Zone 3
Zone three.
shopping complex. Yeah,
Okay.
Zone 3 shopping complex. So that's where I started off. And it was really tough. It was really tough. 7 months in, I didn't get not even one job to do.
Wow.
And I was almost quitting. But I
Wow.
remembered one thing. My father had always taught me, like I told you, he had some very, there were times he would just call me and I would just tell me, a few things. And one of the things he had told me that stuck with me up to today is never start anything that you can't finish.
Mm.
Never ever start anything that you can't finish. So with that, I knew that there was no way I could go back to Jos and say, look, I failed. It was not going to happen. So I just continued to persevere against all odds. Sometimes, in fact, I had no money. There was even no money to fuel the car.
Mm.
So I had to leave the car, wherever it was. Maybe it was parked at home or it was in the office. I didn't have money to fuel it. I'll just leave it there. And but I had, the dream that I could make this thing work, and that made me to go out every single day.
Wow.
And I had one of my next door neighbors, at that complex. His name is Sonny. Sonny is his name, and Sonny was one of the person that really assisted to give me a big break. One day he said, "Listen, AbdurRazaq, I went to the Federal Secretariat and I saw an opening for your type of business. Why don't you go check it out?" And I went there. I saw the notice, and that's how I put in for a bid, to get the job to clean that big. Anybody knows the Secretariat Phase 2 in Abuja. That was how we got our first contract. Was for 11 million naira.
Wow.
I can remember. I can remember. So that was how I started. But guess what?
Mm.
you know, Government contracts, as juicy as they seem, as juicy as they are, there's so many things that you have to do,
mm,
so it was
mm,
not palatable. It
mm.
wasn't palatable to start the job, to get it going. It was just so Herculean task. It was an uphill task for me. And at the end of the day, my values were being, you know,
Compromise.
compromised.
Mm,
Yes, my values were being compromised. And I decided, listen, there must be something. There must
mm.
be something. And just before that time, I'd met my wife. We met here in Abuja, and we had a very brief period of courtship, and we got married. So I went back home one day, and she was pregnant. I didn't like where we were living. We were living in a one-bedroom, face to face,
Face me,
and it
face.
was terrible. I
Mm,
looked, yes. So I said to myself, I will not raise my family in this kind of environment. This is not the kind of place that I wasn't raised like this. And this young lady, I want to give her the best in life. And that baby coming will not be born in this environment. God, um, I just, I said an earnest prayer that night, and
mm,
I said, I need to get out of this hole. It was a hole. It was
mm,
a hole.
mm.
So that was how I went for a root canal, and I was fortunate to stumble upon network marketing.
Wow.
And I said to myself, okay, you know what? This is something that I don't have to share the money that I work for in this. This is my sweat, and I'm going to be paid exactly what I put in, and even much more.
Mm.
And that was how I started my journey in network marketing about 11 and a half years ago. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, interesting. It looks like your life as an entrepreneur prepared you for the discipline, actually. So I can see the makings of,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Like I said, I was in school, and I was going back to work with my father every single day. If I wasn't in school, I'll be in the office working with him. So all of that helped me to learn about, the rudiments of business, how to run a business. And that's one of the things that I see a lot of people struggle with in the industry right now,
Mm,
because you know they never have never done anything in business. So when they come into the business of network marketing, they
mm,
think it's just a stroll in the park, which is
mm,
not. There's a lot of work that goes into it. You
mm.
need it's a business, and I hope we'll be talking more about the the business aspect of network marketing. It's very, very important that people understand that they're in for, you know it's a real business. It's not just you know
It's not
something
just
that you come and you do
take
when you
position
want
and
to do
then.
it. No, 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 no. It's not that.
Mm.
No, it's not.
Okay, so I like the way this conversation is going, and I like to just follow that direction that you're taking us to
Yes.
say, so many people go into this business and they don't succeed,
Yeah.
and they there must be a reason why they are not succeeding. So I think you're beginning to share some thoughts with us. I like the thoughts you're sharing about many people don't understand business, but what are the things
Yes.
you think? What do you think? What are the other reasons you see that people fail in network marketing? Why do Nigerians fail?
Exactly. A lot of people in Nigeria fail in network marketing because they come with the wrong understanding of network marketing. And that's because in everything in life, in any type of business, there's a good and the bad side. All right.
Mm,
So the
mm,
good side of network marketing is that it's a noble business. It's a distribution method,
mm.
just like you have retail. People go into shops and they buy goods, and they buy services from service providers. That's a type of business. Then we have other types of distributorship, like what's it called now? Affiliate marketing. All
Yeah.
of these are different types of distribution, because in business it's an exchange you're making. You're making an exchange.
Mm,
You want to get value for either a product or a service. All right.
mm,
That's essentially what business is all about. It's about an exchange. You must get value for your money. And unfortunately, people have hijacked network marketing and have put a lot of illegitimate businesses, illegitimate offers on it.
mm,
And because a lot of people are gullible, they think, oh, when they go and they hear about a business opportunity and they hear that, Mr. X is making such and such an amount of money, it's very attractive to them. Oh, and unfortunately, people embellish, these opportunities, saying that, oh, just come in and you just have to do a little. In fact, some people even tell you that I'm going to do this thing for you, and you don't
mm,
have to do much. Just come
mm,
in, put in your money. It's an investment, and you're going to get returns
mm, mm.
every week, every month. And people come in and they put in their money and they don't see
Anything.
anything happening. They
Mm,
don't see anything happening because they did not come into a business.
mm,
They think that they invested money and they're waiting for returns to come in. No,
mm,
there is nothing. There is no free lunch in Freetown. I tell people,
mm.
network marketing is a business.
Yes, sir.
It's a business. It's a business that requires skills. The
Mm.
only thing that is different from network marketing and other businesses is the leverage element.
There
The
you go.
leverage element. And that leverage element kicks in when you understand what leverage is in the first place. Okay? It means that you put in an effort. You still have to put in an effort in the first place. And long after the effort has stopped, then you'll still continue to earn income.
Mm,
But the most important thing is that Nigerians need to understand that network marketing is a distribution, it's a distribution method. All right. And you are paid according to your effort. Okay. You are paid according to your effort at the initial stage, actually. But after a while, guess what? Then you begin to really enjoy the leverage because you now start getting paid much more than the effort that you put in. So
mm,
it's all about leadership.
mm,
It's business skills. You have to learn
mm,
how to operate a business. Okay, you have to learn how to manage your business in terms of any reputable business is the output that they expect is measurable over a period of time, whether it's 6 months, whether it's 1 year. They know exactly what they're expecting in terms of their sales, in terms of their output. The same thing with your network marketing business.
mm,
If you're in this business, you need to look at your organization every single day. What's happening in the organization? It's all about volume. How much, in terms of volume of products, whatever you're doing, whichever network marketing company you're involved in right now, it's all about how much of the volume of your products you're able
mm,
to distribute. So there's customers. You're going to have customers in your business, in your organization, and you're going to have business partners as well.
mm,
So everybody is using the products. Okay, so you need to know how much of the volume are you generating, because volume translates into your income. Okay, and all of that comes from you understanding the skills that is required for you to manage a team of people. All right, so network marketing is about leadership, is about business skills and leadership. Leadership is how you are able to manage a team of distributors. All right, so it's not something that you just come in and you work it whenever you want to work it. No, you have to be consistent. You have to learn the skills of how to manage a team of distributors, because you have to be moving products. If those products are not being moved, then that is unfortunately a scam. It's unfortunately a Ponzi scheme. And if you allow me to talk about, a lot of people right now in Nigeria, the moment they hear about
Network
network
marketing.
marketing, what comes into their mind is this is a Ponzi scheme.
Hmm.
Ponzi scheme, a lot of people don't even understand what
What
Ponzi
process
scheme is
scheme?
all about. They don't know what it is.
True.
Ponzi is a name of a person, actually.
Yep.
Charles Ponzi. Charles Ponzi, he was, an Italian back in the early 1920s. And he was a con artist.
Yep.
He was a con artist in Canada and in the US, North America at that time. So the word Ponzi, just that's how it began. This is a con artist, and so people have taken network marketing and then they have put the bad stuff in it, and the bad stuff is illegitimate businesses, and it takes one to actually recognize what a good network marketing company is and what is a Ponzi scheme. So you know I don't like it when people just throw the word Ponzi around. This Ponzi is money. People need to understand what. So sometimes, yeah, it's so
It's
funny
annoying.
when I'm talking about my business. Very annoying, and they say it's Ponzi. I said Ponzi.
Do you know
Okay,
what that is?
what do you mean Ponzi? Do you know what that is? They don't even know what it is. So it's like I said, it's happens in every type of businesses, whether in traditional businesses, brick and mortar, you have the bad side of it. So in
True.
network marketing also you have the bad side of it. So you need to know how to identify what is legitimate and what is not legitimate. It's very, very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like these thoughts. So, listening to you, I think people will figure out very clearly that this is a business and you need to have business discipline. I'm driving volume,
Absolutely.
I'm meeting customers, I'm building a team, I have a vision, I'm a leader. I can't say I've joined and because I am the one that joined first, then I will earn.
Yes.
There's work that
Exactly.
needs to be done. Okay, good.
Exactly.
Now, and in while you are talking about it, you mentioned something as well. You said people need to watch out for particular things when they are joining a network marketing business because the business has been hijacked by get rich quick people as well.
Exactly.
So they just package anything together and they tell you when you come in, you bring two people and then you double your money. So what do
Exactly.
we need to look out for to make the distinction between what is
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Five major things to look out for when you're looking, to join a network marketing business. All right. Number one is the company itself.
Okay.
The company itself. Who are the promoters of the company? A lot of people in Nigeria join businesses, join opportunities, join scams, join network marketing businesses. Everything is all in one pot, and they don't take it out and look at it and, what is this? What is they don't. They don't even ask, who are the owners of this company? Who are the promoters? How long have they been in business? So the first thing you want to look out for is this company, where is the company located? Who are the promoters of the company? Are they managers of a business, or are they network marketers, who have a track record, a proven track record? They've done this business because I've observed that businesses, network marketing businesses that are managed by just managers, people who feel that, what, let's come together, let's put a company together, and let's put, a network marketing, compensation plan on this, distribution model or company. They fail faster than people who have had a track record. That means they've been in the field of network marketing. They understand what it is to be, the everyday going out to talk to prospects. They know how to build teams. They know how to travel from one city to another. On the first thing you have to look at. The second thing you look at is the product. The product. The product that the company is promoting. Are these products that will stand the test of time? What are these products? Whether they are tangible products or intangible products, are these products that will stand, do they have patent rights? Do they have exclusivity? You know, the more products have exclusivity, the more they will stand, to be around for a very long time. All right, so you want to look at the products that the company is promoting. Number three is you want to look at, does that company, all right,
Yeah.
you know, are there people who have already succeeded at a level where they're able to train, mentor, and coach not just you, but your team as well. All right. There must be a level of leadership in that business that you can, anchor on. You can, you know, fall back on. You are able to, they're able to guide you, to mentor you, to show you and coach you how to be successful in the business. That's number three. And number four is there must be a business plan. There must be a business plan that any average person can quickly learn, all right, and be able to move forward with their business. A very simple compensation, business plan that, tools, that will ensure that when they go out, they don't have to rely upon themselves to actually promote. Of course, they must understand, the rudiments, the basics about the business, about the comp plan and all of that, but they don't have to, there must be something, a very simple plan that they can adopt and they can teach others and, show them that, listen, this is, once you come into this business, this is, you know, scripts, tools that you can use to promote the business must be
Okay.
available in that company. And then the last one is you, you, because you can have all of the other factors can be in place, but if you're not ready to work the business is not going to work for you. And that is the majority of, two things that really mess up people, that really, I say, guarantees their failure is, they didn't have a plan and they didn't work the business. Those are the two major factors that really cause a lot of people to fail, especially in Nigeria. They don't follow, they're not coachable. They don't even if they have a plan, they don't even utilize the plan. They don't utilize the tools that the company has in place. They
Mm.
rely upon their own, judgment.
Mm.
But this is a system, I say it all the time. People don't duplicate, systems duplicate.
Mm.
People don't duplicate, systems duplicate. So you need to find out in your company, what is the business plan that works? What are those things that will work?
Mm.
And then you need to work that plan. If
Mm.
you don't work the plan, it's not going to work for you. So those are the five major things that, people should look out for when they're joining a business, or even if they're in the business right now and they don't really know their left and right. Go over all of these five things, and once you get it right, guess what? It's going to work for you.
Thank you. I think
Yes,
if you're
sir.
listening out there, we have here almost here a manual you can use to take your business and focus on the right things and take it to the next level. So there's a question that I've seen asked on the Institute page. I'd like to bring that question to you here. I usually ask, which one do you lead with? Is it the compensation plan or the product? Which one do you think, yeah, people should lead with?
Yeah, it's always, the question. I think it has to do with how long you've been in the business. At the beginning, if you're just starting out in the business, I think it's better to lead with the product.
Mm.
Okay, it's better to lead with the product, in the sense that you cannot sell what you don't have.
Mm.
If you're not a product of the product, it becomes very difficult for you to sell it to another person.
Mm.
Okay, you can get by, because I've seen it. Some people, they said, oh, I love the compensation plan, there's a lot of money in it, and they go in there into that company and they focus on the compensation plan and they don't use the product. All
Mm.
right, They might be successful at the initial stage, but down the road, the enthusiasm wins out because it's
Mm.
not about. I always say it's not about you. It's not about the money. It's about the impact. If you do this business and you're right in the frame, or you're always in the frame of things, it's just going to last for a very short period of time. You are going to burn out and you're going to become, non-challenged. You're going to become bored with the whole thing. But if you love your product, if you're using the product, guess what? People buy you first before they even buy your business opportunity.
Yep.
They buy you first. And it's something that you cannot, um, the human, God has created us I mean, we have the sixth sense, if I may use that word, the sixth sense. When you're talking to somebody, whether it's on the phone or especially if you're talking to the person face to face, just body language, the contentment of their facial expressions, you will know if a person is being honest with you. All right. You
Mm.
can't fake it. You can't fake it to make it in this business. You can't fake it to make it. You have to be real.
Mm.
And, you know, real comes from being truthful about your product. So if you lead with the product, you're using your product, okay,
Mm.
people will see it, they'll feel it in your voice, they'll see it in your face, and they will love to participate with you first to
Mm.
enjoy the product before the competition plan. Now, at a certain level, when you're in the business for a period of time, 2 years, 3 years, you become successful in the business, then you can lead with a compensation plan, especially when you are recruiting somebody who already has some level of experience in the business. So you can lead at that time with the compensation plan because at that level, you're talking authoritatively. You know that the numbers add up. So you can quickly show the comp plan and say, listen, this is what I think, this is what it is, not even what I think. This is the comp plan. This is what you can say. So then, of course, you're recruiting somebody who is a leader, who, to some large extent, he or she will understand the power of a compensation plan as well. So, you know, depending on your experience, on the longevity of the time you spent in network marketing, so you can lead with the comp plan at a certain time. But if you're just starting out, it's best to lead with the product.
Okay, beautiful. That's quite insightful. I'm sure somebody out there is listening to this and learning a few interesting things. Now, I'd like you to ask you this question. This, I think, is an important question
Yes.
people will want to know. So, two parts.
Yes.
One, you have a team in 40 countries. How did you get there? So 40 countries look like you did like this, and then 40 countries appeared. Does it take time to build these businesses? Does it, what does it require? And how did you get to 40 countries?
Yeah, it requires consistency, tenacity.
Mm.
It requires, you have to be involved, and we have technology at, on our side here in network marketing, and
Mm.
that's what has really helped me to grow into, a presence in 40 different countries. Because when I started out, you know, I I reached out, to some of the leaders in my company at that time. That was about 6 years ago, and I just said, listen, and of course, this came from my tenacity. I read, a lot, and while I was reading, I understood that, listen, it's possible to scale this business.
Mm.
And the best way to scale it is to reach out to people who are already succeeding, learn from them. What are they doing? So of course I started building my business here in Nigeria, but I reached out to some of the leaders in the company, and it was through social media. Through social media, I started connecting with them, And I started learning also how to scale my business from anywhere in the world with social media. And consistency every day. I have anybody who knows me knows that I have a DMO. That's my daily method of operation,
mm,
and it's the standard is I need to talk to 6 people every single day. I must talk to 6 people about my business, at least 6 people every single day. So that means I must expose my business to at least 2 persons every day, 2 new people, and then I must follow up with 2 people who already are in the pipeline. That means I've already exposed the business to them. So it's just I've put them, I've worked out a schedule when next to do a follow up, and then I must talk to 2 of my business partners. I just call them up. I don't have to talk about business, and I just kept doing that thing.
mm,
I just kept doing it every
mm,
day, every day, every
mm,
day. I
mm,
learned that from one of my mentors. His name is Brian Carruthers. Is a leader in his own business as well. And he taught me that the two a day phenomenon. So I just added 4 more just to make sure that and that's just the standard. So sometimes I just, especially if listen, every day is not it's not a party in this
mm,
business.
mm,
There are days that the phone will weigh a ton in my. I don't want to make a phone call. I don't want to do anything. I just want to be by myself. But I know I have a responsibility to my team, right?
mm.
So I need to carry the team along, and there's no way you lead. You have to lead from the front.
Yep.
So that's why you have to establish a standard, because once you establish a standard and you maintain that standard, it's most likely that you'll just keep, it's like a snowball. As you're going, that ball just keeps getting bigger and bigger if you just maintain the standard. And then of course if you go beyond that, then that snowball will become really bigger, faster.
Mm,
Okay,
mm,
it becomes bigger, faster. And so that's how I started learning social media to connect with people from outside of Nigeria. And slowly but surely, my team began to grow, not just from me, but even, I began to teach the same principle of, scaling your business beyond the shores of Nigeria to my to my teammates, and on and on and on. And one day I just looked at my back office and wow, 40 different countries. That's amazing. That's amazing. So, and along the way, I tell people too that when you're building this business, it's not about yourself. If you have that at the back of your mind every single time, then it becomes easy. And I learned this from the late Zig Ziglar, who said that, you know, he said, help enough people to
yep.
get what they want, and you will have everything that you want.
Mm,
Okay, help enough people. So it's all about helping people, all about reaching out to people every single day. Every single day you're talking to new people,
mm,
you're reaching out to them, you're talking to your team members, and everything just fell into place bit by bit by bit. And before I knew it, I'd built that organization into different parts of the world. And it's been amazing. It's just been amazing. So it's consistency. And once you have a standard, keep to the standard. Try to go beyond the standard as often as you can. But even if you're going to slow down, never, you know never, don't fall below the standard, because if you fall below the standard, that means that you're retrogressing and you want
mm.
to progress. If you're not progressing, make sure that you keep pace, with the standard. That's always worked for me.
Okay. So, if very good. So, if we're going to summarize the secret of your success, we'll put consistency, we'll put
Yes.
having a standard, and what will we
Yes.
call the third one?
The third one would be, perseverance, the belief that it's going to happen. I always have that belief that, and that's what makes me get up every single day. Every single day, I think to myself that one person can lead me to a million people.
Mm.
One person. So that perseverance, that faith, you have to have faith in the business. All right. You have to believe in the outcome that is possible for yourself and your team.
Mm.
That is what will drive you on. It's not you have to have vision. Where are we going? You
Mm.
have to be able to paint the picture in vivid colors for yourself and also for your team. Because once you do that, guess what? There's fire underneath you every single day to go out and perform. All right. You have to show up whether you like it or you don't, because you know that the future is something that you just can't wait to get there. All right. So, but it's a journey. It's a journey. You have to have that mental picture of where you're going in the future, and then you work towards it. And you have to give that same vitamin. I call it vitamin. You have to every day take that vitamin yourself and also feed that vitamin to your team. All
Mm.
right, because you can never do it by yourself. This is a team effort. You can never ever do it. It's not about you, it's about your team, and it's about the people that you talk to every single day. And people ask me all the time, who is a leader? You are the leader. The day that you sign, you bought your package for your company, the day you signed up, that day you become a leader, and your
Mm.
first person you have to lead is yourself.
Mm.
Okay, so everybody is the leader now. The now becomes, how skillful are you to grow as a leader? So the more you grow as a leader, the more you're going to have, leaders who are going to emanate from your team, because it's about building leaders. You have to build leaders, and that's how you're going to, because you want to come into a room and, my idea of leadership is I want to come into a room with my leaders, and, you know, there's nobody really at the front. Everybody is at the same level, and that's because we've all trained ourselves to believe that yes, we can all be that leadership. Everybody in the team can always rely upon that. They can always anchor on us. It's not just one person. It has to be a team of leaders, and you start to grow by yourself. Then you're going to find people are going to follow you, and then you're going to have more leaders in your business.
Awesome. Awesome. I like this. I think there's a lot of
Yeah.
talk on leadership that is going on in the last few
Yes.
days. And really, everything rises and falls on leadership. So if you grow your
Absolutely.
leadership, you grow your business. Um,
Absolutely.
there are a few questions, time is running.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I think people are building. Okay, there are a few questions there as well. Um, Two questions, if I can roll them
Yes.
together. One says prospecting versus spamming. Do you have a comment
Fantastic.
about that? Yeah.
Yes, I do. I do. And this is something that happens to me maybe on a daily basis.
Mm.
Hey, let's be professionals. We need to become professionals in Nigeria. And professionalism means that, before you talk about your business to anybody, you need to qualify that person. Is that person even open to listen to you, to
Mm.
hear your business? You don't just, because you have my phone number, or because, you can find me on Facebook and, hello, Mr. AbdurRazaq, have you heard about this? Come on, come on. That's spamming. that's that's total spamming, and it's unprofessional.
Mm.
It's intrusion of privacy.
Mm.
You don't just intrude into people's lives,
Mm.
because you have the best deal in the world. So what if you have the best deal in the world? You need to create rapport. This business is about trust. It's about rapport. You need
Mm.
to create trust. People will not do business with you unless they trust you. All right.
Mm.
And sadly, Adielu, sadly, this happens with leaders, quote unquote leaders in the industry in Nigeria.
Mm.
It's not a good image that we're creating for the people coming, because like I told you, this is not about you. It's about, I mean, there's
Yeah.
so many people who are going to come. The people, I tell people all the time that people who are going to do network marketing, they've not even heard about it.
Mm.
They've not heard about it. So
Mm.
you need to, let's create a very professional, atmosphere that will make it attractive for people to come and do this business.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So prospecting, all right, is professional way to engage people about what you have. All right. It's
Mm,
about creating that relationship. First
mm,
of all, establish that rapport.
mm,
Create, no matter how small, I mean, how short span you have to spend with that person, whether you're meeting that person in the banking hall or in the car or something. Don't just vomit on the person. Just not, yeah. Don't just do that. Yo, have you heard about this? This is this. This is no, 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 no. Create that rapport. Find out if the person is open to listen to an opportunity before you talk about your opportunity. That's prospecting. That's a professional way to
mm,
engage people about what you have.
mm.
Okay. Yeah. So
Awesome.
don't spam. Let's stop spamming.
Okay. Um, so very good. And I think, yeah, I think if we do these things properly, I don't know, people feel, it's like it's burning in their tongue. So they
Yeah.
want to quickly vomit. But I think if we do it properly, if people do it properly, they get the right
Yes.
results.
Exactly.
Somebody's out there thinking, is this industry for me? Who is this
Hmm.
industry for? Can I really do this? Is this something that I should do? Do you have any thoughts for them tonight as we gradually bring it to a close?
Yes. Absolutely, Ajelu. This business is for everybody.
Mm,
Everybody. Why do I say everybody? Because every single day, guess what? Every single day, we diminish.
mm,
We diminish. I mean, we're diminished in terms of the effort that we can put out. All
mm,
right. So we get to a level where, we cannot do the things that we did yesterday, 1 week ago, 1 month ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, and we need to have in place the best type of income that you can ever generate is residual income.
word.
Residual income. And yeah, so you have to create it, as early as possible because it's going to serve you in your golden years. So this business is for everybody because look at what just happened, in the last 2, 3, 4 months with
Mm,
the COVID-19 pandemic.
mm,
It has caught a lot of people unawares.
true.
A lot of people put all of their eggs in one basket,
Mm,
and unfortunately, they were burned. I mean, millions, literally. I was watching CNN yesterday in America. I
mm,
mean, people were sleeping. I mean, they went to the job centers and they were filing for, what's it called?
bankruptcy.
Um, Bankruptcy. They don't have jobs. And we're
Mm,
talking. This is thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people in different cities, and has been going on millions of people have lost their jobs. Businesses have collapsed all over the world because of this, COVID-19 pandemic.
mm,
Now, guess what? Fortunately for people like us
yep,
who, have a home-based business, a network marketing opportunity where we don't have to show up, at an office. We can work from anywhere we are in the world.
mm,
I've been singing this since. I mean, even before I became, very knowledgeable about network marketing. When I started seeing the handwriting on the wall, e-commerce. I started telling people a long time ago that you need to get involved in e-commerce business, a business that you can do without owning, an office, without owning a shop. You
mm,
need to be able to sell products and services online. That's where the business is for the future. And guess what? The future has caught up with so many people, and they're still, caught flat-footed.
mm,
So, you know, it's a great time now during adversities like this is time that people actually get ahead in life, get ahead in business. So the future is still bright. And this is the time that I want to encourage everybody that is listening to me right now. You're in one of the best industries in the world, network marketing. You know, we
word.
have we have it's not perfect, but is better than any other form of entrepreneurship out there because of the leverage factor.
To enjoy.
A lot
Awesome.
of people, can do this business even in their old age, you know, even when they're old. I have seen people who are over 50 years, who are over 60 years, 70 years, they're doing the business. Guess
80.
what? Yeah, they can't go out and drive taxis. They can't go out and do all types of menial jobs because they are retired. Yeah, but they can still do this business. In fact, it even keeps their mind working,
True.
keeps their mind working.
True.
It's well-being for them to be engaged even at that age. And the only type of business that they can do successfully and profitably is network marketing.
Mm.
All right, so I just love the industry because of that leverage factor that it provides, and it's for everybody. Whether you have a job, you can do it as something
Awesome.
that
Okay.
that brings that brings in extra income. So you start doing this business, for three different types of income. Really, you can do it to supplement your income. So if you have a job right now, you need to take a look at network marketing as something to supplement whatever it is that you're doing as a job or a business you have. Then you can use it to replace your income. So if you have a job and you're doing this on the side, and you start to realize that, listen, what I'm bringing in from my side gig is beginning to match and even
Mm.
surpass what I'm being
Mm.
paid,
Mm.
then
It's
you
time to
know that
follow
it's
through.
time for you to, yeah, to go full force,
Mm.
100%. And then of course it's a wealth creation opportunity.
Mm.
It's the I mean it's on it's that I mean it's documented that this industry has created the most millionaires in the world, period.
Mm.
All right, so you can generate real wealth, and so it's for everybody, whether you are working, whether you don't have a job, whether you're a lady, whether you're a man, whether you're old, whether you're young. It's for everybody. It's for everybody.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much, AbdurRazaq. That was very, very informative, very, very good, very educative. There are two questions here. I'd like to roll them together so that we can just ensure that we have everybody answered. Somebody's asking, how come people hate referral business so much that they don't even want
Yeah.
to go through the process? And second person is saying, what if the product is very sellable, but the company is not very solid when it comes to their back end and services? How do you view those? That kind of company.
Okay. Um, so first of all, is say that again. Ajelu.
It's person said how come some people they don't like.
Ajelu, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, the first one says how come people don't like referral
Okay.
businesses and they don't they don't even want to listen to the process.
Oh, fantastic. For referral, exactly. Yeah, because the reason why is because, I mean, there you go, talking about your business and talking about referring. What are you referring? This is not, you're not referring people here. And this is, goes back to, the very first topic that we discussed, about you, you know, being a business owner. This is not about, you're not referring anybody. It's not this is a system. It's a business model. You're distributing products, okay, and
Mm,
you're being paid for your performance. So the more products that you move, the more that you get paid. So it's not about referring, because when people hear referral,
mm,
they think is about going to get people.
mm,
No, it's not about going to get people. The very simple way that I explain network marketing to people is very simple. You know, here you have a product. Let's say this phone right now. This phone is a product, and you're using it, is benefiting you. You're enjoying the benefit.
yep.
All right. So all you need to do is share the benefits that you're enjoying with another person,
Mm,
and tell the person, listen, I'm enjoying this thing. It's giving me this, this benefits. would you like to try it? And the person says, yeah, sure, I'd like to try it. So the person tries it, he gets the same benefit, and he wants to more or less own it.
Mm.
So what you've just done, Samsung, if Samsung was, a multi-level marketing company,
Mm.
because you have shared the benefits of what is working with you with another person, and the person actually bought the product, Samsung is going to reward you for doing that. So what did you do? Did you refer him? You didn't refer him. You only shared benefits that you're enjoying from the phone, and he tried it, he liked it, and he bought it, and you get paid a commission. Now, when he does the same thing with another person, Samsung will say,
Okay.
okay, guess what? You know, how did you get the phone in the first place? Oh, AbdurRazaq referred you. Okay, we're going to give him, another share, another. So that's it. So
Yep.
on different levels, you get paid for sharing benefits of a product. It's not You're not getting a customer. You're simply sharing something that works with you with somebody else, and then when that person enjoys it and buys it, then the company, rewards you for it. And then the other side of the question, if the products are good, but the company um, has problems. I think that's what you said.
Their back end and their
So
services,
the
yes.
products are good, the services. All right. So I always say that, listen, when you join a network marketing company, do your due diligence first of all. Make sure that all the five things that we talked about earlier are in place. And once you join that company, guess what? Make that company your own as well. So it's
Mm.
not, I mean, I've seen people who are in network marketing and they talk about their company as if they are not part of the company. No, you have to embrace everything about the company, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You have to embrace everything. It's yours. That's the only way that you're going to be immersed, into promoting the company. All right. Now, the truth is this: there's no company that is perfect. There's no company that is perfect. So what you have to do is focus on what works in the company. But
Mm.
of course, if the negative parts of the business. I mean, is especially the fundamentals. Maybe the products or the processes are not at par. Then there's something really wrong with the company. Okay,
Mm.
but
Mm.
if it's just product I don't know processes. Maybe once in a while there's a glitch in the products, or there's a glitch in the system. Yeah, you can overlook that, but fundamentally, I always say that every company that comes out into the market has something to offer. Okay, so take your time, do your due diligence. Once the company is above board, I mean, if they meet if they meet your
Yeah.
requirement, to do the business,
Go for it.
80%, 90%, yeah, you can forgive, what happens 15, 10%. No company is perfect. So look at what in the company you are, focus on what works, and run with it. So that's what I'll say about that.
Okay, great. Very good. Somebody else is saying, I've been posting my products on my WhatsApp status, but people are not, I'm not getting results. Why? They're not responding.
All right. So, that is something that you have to become. Media marketing is about attraction marketing.
Mm.
All right. And you don't go out all the time and you just keep posting your products on your wall or your Facebook status or your WhatsApp status. No. Remember, this business is about relationships. You want to develop relationships, okay? You want to engage people. You want to give value. The more value that you give, the more attractive you become. So when you get that, when you don't just go post about your products all the time. It's spamming. It's
Mm.
spamming, really. Especially if you're doing it, on other people's pages. It's spamming.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
your wall is your wall. Your WhatsApp status is your WhatsApp status. But if you do it every time, guess what? There'll come a time that people will stop looking at what you're posting. So you need
Mm.
to give value. Give value. Give. Jab, and left hook. That's what one of my mentors. Jab, 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 then left hook. That's how you do it. So you jab, you jab, you jab, you keep giving value, you keep giving. Then before you do the hook, the hook is, when you engage them, all right, and then you talk about, your product or your business opportunity. So you need to create rapport first. You need to create trust. You need to create that relationship before anybody will, look at your. So change your style. In the next coming days, stop posting about your products. Start, look for some value that you can share. You don't have to be a guru at content creation. No, just read some books, go online, go on YouTube, you know, and just get something that people will benefit from, and keep posting it. You see some people will respond. Now, when they respond, that's when you engage them in the conversation, and then when the time is right, you will talk about your business opportunity or your product.
Excellent. Thank you very much, AbdurRazaq. I think that's been very powerful tonight. It's been very, steady, educative, steady, informative, steady knowledge sharing. I don't know if you are here in the house and you want to say thank you for that. We have quite a number of people in the house. You have 84 in the room today, and we have a lot more on Facebook commenting, liking, and listening in. I'm sure many people will still listen to this way after. This will be uploaded onto the YouTube channel for the Institute of Network Marketers. So there'll be a lot to learn for those who didn't make it physically. So people are saying thank you, thank you. Wow,
Thank you.
more epic. Thank you. I think it's been a phenomenal class today. Well done, AbdurRazaq,
Thank you so
Abdulaziz.
much.
I'm sure we'll continue the JoJo and being in touch. I think it's been very educative, and I think from a network marketing space point of view, I think people can see that this industry is real. It's work. I don't know what your takeaway is tonight, but this is work. It's something like you need to do like every other business. You need to look at how your business will scale. You need to look at how you will grow your business. You need to manage your teams. You need to have vision. Be a leader. It's about moving volume. It's about clients. You have to be consistent. You have to have your DMO,
Exactly.
daily method of operation, and then stick with it and stick with it and stick with it. Come rain, come shine until you achieve phenomenal results. And when do you quit? I think you quit. You don't quit this business because you earn residual income all your life.
You don't quit.
Yeah, I have
all your
somebody
life.
who is
No quitting.
I have somebody who is close to 90 and he's building a team. He's still driving the business. He's still sharing in seminars. It's amazing. It's amazing. So thank you very much. I think we can, we can hang the boots tonight. I'll play some music as we wind down. Thank you very much. Yeah, well done.
Thank you so much. I really, really enjoyed, being on the show tonight. And thank you, everybody, for staying on. The numbers, in fact, is even increasing. I can see the numbers, 87 people now online. Thank you so much. Listen, my final word to everybody on the call is, you guys have greatness inside of you. I tell you, it's not easy what you're doing. Every day you step out, to talk about your business, to share your business. It's hard, but it's worth it. It's worth it, and don't stop doing it. Go out there and do more. Do more than you're doing right now, because right now a lot of people are hurting all over the world. They need you to share what you have with them, because you have something you have something great in hand. This profession is huge. It's changing the lives of people, and this is just the starting point in Nigeria and Africa. We have a long way to go, and you guys are, I give it up to Adiolu and everybody who's making this institute possible for us. It's long overdue, and I encourage everybody, to stay on and keep, listen to this series. And I look forward to seeing everybody on top of the world. Thank you so much for the time.
Well done. Well done. Okay, good night, everybody. I'm sure there's a load of lessons there. If you are filling your book should be full, like mine. So write it up and then take action. God bless.